Hi everybody, just a little bit more progress on the Sightmaster. Taking advantage of some what seems to be a rare thing, dry weather at the moment. We're trying out Jamie's new microphone he's bought for his camera, so hopefully the sound quality should be a little bit better. Yeah, what a pig of a job this was. To get all the rubber matting off. And side panels not too bad, but the floor matting, the rubber matting on the back was all stuck down with them. See if I can get up there a minute. All sort of mastic down at the back. I don't know if that was something they did at the factory or whether somebody's done that. Running out of things to grab hold of now to get up here. You can see there the mastic that was full of it and stick. Yeah, stuck very well, but you can see the extent of the corrosion there, which we're going to chop out. I think that would have been probably folded steel in the factory and just folded over and seam welded, but we're going to replace that with a section of box. But you can see the paint on the wings, you know, where the water hadn't got to it, is good, and even, you know, the floor isn't bad. But we're going to steam clean this in a minute, just to try and prepare it best we can to show up any other weak spots for when the welder gets here. And well, my brother-in-law is going to weld up some patches for us. Interesting little assortment of gear we found in the toolbox. I think it's all a little bit bin material now. There we go. Well, yeah, there's quite a bit of corrosion around that side. So it's got a little bit of work to do with the welder, but it's not. It doesn't seem to be too phased by it. Around there again, where the water has got in around the doors and everything, and sat underneath the matting. You know, it's again the paint where it's good. It's good. Still bright as well. So yeah. Go. New cab frame, or a good cab frame from Vicary plant. Got all the wiper blades intact. Brand new front windscreen fitted in, because like most plant of that era, I should imagine either one had a really good crack in it like ours. Yeah, very pleased. Very pleased. Got all the little side light and the switches for the rear lights. And the paint, actually, if you look at that, you can't see it very well because of the light in here, but the paint outside is actually good. But there, if you look at that cross member there, it's all pretty good. Pleased with that. Another step closer. We've come to the conclusion that this cab was definitely off a grey cab Sightmaster. I don't know if that serial number means anything to anybody, but so it's obviously already had one replacement cab frame in its lifetime. But the lower part of the chassis doesn't show any sign of accident damage, so I'm assuming that's down to corrosion. But you can see beyond here and down there the extent of the corrosion. But speaking to my brother-in-law, we don't know if there'd be any interest out there, but he is a very skilled welder, talking about remanufacturing some new doors for these cabs, and perhaps even some window frames, because we've got a new cab frame coming from Vicary plant sales. And but they seem to be struggling to find window frames, the doors, and we did talk about perhaps converting this to a glass cab door, which I know some people didn't want us to do, but they can get the doors no problem. But they said they're struggling to find the hinges and fittings for them, So we are going to keep this original. We are going to get our Zach has looked, that's our brother-in-law, has looked at the doors and he's happy enough to have a go at rebuilding them. And depending on how that works out, he may look at manufacturing some more, because there does seem to be a bit of a shortage for that type of thing. But no, it's interesting. He's keen, so we'll have a look and see what we can do. But Jamie wants us to have a quick look before the gear goes back out again, because we're going to have a very rare period of time that some of the equipment's come back to the yard. That's our new Volvo 48. It's a 5.1 ton machine because he's fitted with an extra counterweight on the back. You can just see the counterweight there, and he's fitted with a long dipper. Go around and get out the sun a minute. Yeah, he's all been sprayed up, and 4 buckets, and the not so quick hits, you've got to use the socket and undo them, which is, it's alright, but yeah, I'll have to do for a minute. There's that one, that's a nice little machine. And there's our Newson 5-ton Newson. Don't really see many of them around here. There was one about 15 miles away that was owned by another company. I did remember seeing a few years ago. Very simple, well designed digger. Two bolts, and the whole cab tips 90 degrees to the 2-hour right, so it flips right over so you can get to the slew motor, all the hydraulic hoses, all the pedal assemblies, and then the side panel opens up, and you can literally get to everything within just opening one panel and 2 bolts and flipping that cab over. It's been a very good digger since we've had it. It's got a bigger grading bucket than the Volvo, but very similar weight machines, but this one's also fitted with a longer dipper and the extra counterweight. A little bit slower on the hydraulics than the Volvo, but a very powerful little digger, and we've been very pleased with it. So good on fuel. The rest of the wheel digger is gone, so I'll just show you inside. The cab's a little bit grotty because it's just come back off a self-drive hire, but you can see that the plastic in here is, you know, is a very basic, and there's all your switches and mechanical hand throttle, and you know, that's handy. You'd be surprised how handy that is. For you've got this is dozer blade pedal or lever, but it's also got a pedal, so you can operate the dozer blade with your foot, which when you're repositioning the machine, it does speed it up quite a lot, to be honest with you. You'd be surprised how much I use that. Yeah, it's, like I say, a very basic digger, but it does the job, and being more mechanical, there's less to go wrong for us. But it's in for a good clean and a wash and a grease, clean it all out. We'll have a look at the Volvo's cab if it's unlocked. Let's see. There's the extra counterweight on the Newson. Both powered by Yamaha engines, very similar engines, although Volvo badge it as their own, but it is a Yamaha, just painted in Volvo colours with a Volvo badge stamped on it. You can see this machine has only done 1,700 odd hours. You can see very similar layout. It is a mechanical hand throttle, but it's got auto idle on it, which the other one doesn't have. There's your dozer blade. Dashboard, let's say, quite a lot more refined, nicer seat. Still got the plastic on the seat actually. It's a 2012 machine. Very low hours, and it came with 4 buckets and a hitch, and the radio's tucked up there quite nicely out of the way. We'll see how this one performs, because we are going to Newquay tomorrow, to behind the Blue Reef Aquarium, and we're going to be exposing the top of a mine shaft. We've got to go down and take the top off it. They've looked up from inside and it's showing timbers going across the top of the shaft, and it's in a public space, so we need to dig down on top of it and If it is timber, then it's going to have a concrete cap put over it. So this will be a good test for this one tomorrow. I see this one's going to be cleaned and greased and got ready to go. And there's Jamie's 5-ton Thwaites swivel skip. Older dumper, but the swivel skip's handy, decent capacity, electric shuttle forward reverse, you know, it does the job. Alright, we'll catch up again soon. Thank you, bye.